Hey, what's up, everybody? Once again, my name is DJ, doing what I do, sitting back here on a Monday, chilling. And of course, it's not Monday, but y'all already know what's going on, all right? So today we're going to go over my opinion on what are the three least effective martial art systems. The three least effective martial art systems. Okay? All right, cool. So jumping right into it. Let me get my water. I'll let me get my water so I'm ready. All right, so good. Jumping right into it. And I've talked about this in other videos. Before I even talk about the the three least effective martial arts systems, I want to make sure that you understand what is a martial art system. What a martial arts all about. And I always go back to the meaning of the word. Martial means war, and art means expression. So martial art is the way a person expresses themselves during war or battle. The way you are in a fight. That's what martial arts is in its purest form. And there's a lot of things that go along with it, but that's what we're talking about. We're talking about martial arts, okay? Also, when we're talking about martial arts systems, I'm not talking about the bullshit martial arts systems that don't really exist, like I don't know, magic wando, when they like go like this and then the person falls down. I'm not talking about those martial arts systems. I'm talking about martial arts systems that has lasted through the test of time. Okay. All right, cool. So let's get right into it. The three least effective martial arts systems. Okay. Let's start with number three. I usually start with number one, but I'm gonna start with number three. All right. The third on the list as far as least effective would be Tai Chi. Tai Chi is the third on the list as far as least effective, okay? And I got three reasons, always three, sometimes more, but right now we're gonna go with three, all right? So the one of the reasons why Tai Chi is one of the three least effective martial arts systems, in my opinion, is, and look, if you've been watching my channel, then you already know what I'm about to say, all right? You already know what I'm about to say if you've been watching my channel. If you haven't been watching my channel, then you need to subscribe to my channel right now, all right? Just go ahead and subscribe before you even go any further, and then you'll know what I'm going to say in the rest of my videos. Tai Chi is one of the least effective martial arts systems because they don't spar. Right there, they don't spar. They don't spar at all. I mean, they do the little touching hands and stuff like that, but they don't spar. So if you a martial arts system and you trying to learn how to fight and you don't fight, then hey, the proof is in the pudding. They don't spar. Okay. What is Tai Chi? Tai Chi is about now it is a martial arts. It has some benefits. We're going to the benefits in a second, but it's really about the movement of the body and remaining calm. Your breathing and and all that type of stuff. And those things are good in a fight. Being able to move and have calm breathing and being able to relax are all excellent things to have in a fight. But at some point, you actually got to fight. All right. So, but it has benefits. Like I said, it is a real martial art, and it has benefits. As a matter of fact, it's on my bucket list. I'm actually going to take Tai Chi. I can't. Matter of fact, I watched some Tai Chi practitioners, on a beach one time. They was out there, doing, the Tai Chi on the beach and stuff like that. And I'm gonna tell you, I felt like Daniel LaRusso watching Mr. Miyagi practice the crane technique. Y'all remember that? If y'all watched Karate Kid, and he was watching them, and he was out there doing the, crane technique, and that's how I felt when I was watching them Tai Chi. I said, man, you know what? I told myself right then, when I get older, and if I'm in my like 60s and 70s, and I'm all banged up and stuff like that, I am going to go, because I'm going to be doing martial arts the rest of my life. I'm going to do martial arts for the rest of my life. But, I said when I get older and banged up and stuff like that, then I'm going to start taking up Tai Chi. That's what I said a while ago, but now I realize I ain't got to be older. I'm already banged up. So I need to start doing Tai Chi now. I'm about to say, fuck this Krav Maga shit. I'm just going to start doing some Tai Chi, all right? And if I ever get into a fight, of course, I'm going to go back to my Krav Maga. But as far as like training the Krav Maga, hey, man, been there, done that, got the belts to prove it, I need to start doing some Tai Chi, man, because my body already banged up. I ain't got to wait till I'm 70. But it's definitely, on my bucket list. It's good for your mind. It's good for your body. And it's good for longevity, So Tai Chi has its benefits. Fighting just ain't one of them, all right? So that's why I said it's the least effective martial art system, but it's definitely a martial art that I'm planning on doing. As soon as I find somebody that's legitimate to teach Tai Chi, I'm going to get into some Tai Chi. All right, cool. So that's the least effective. Now, going down to the second least effective martial art system, Aikido. All right, Aikido, okay. What is Aikido? They call Aikido the gentle art, okay? Right there, you already know it ain't effective, okay? Because if somebody is being aggressive and you're being gentle, chances are you're not going to be able to defend yourself, okay? Its basis was about teaching people to defend themselves without actually hurting their opponent. So, look, if somebody's trying to hurt you and you're trying to defend yourself without causing them damage, you're probably not going to be able to do that too successful, okay? All right, now, I actually did Aikido. I did Aikido for about 6 months because it was the school I went to. They was teaching it, not a martial arts school, my regular school. They was teaching Aikido as an elective. You can take, Aikido, and at the time I was always into martial arts. So let me find out what this Aikido is all about. So I took it, so I kind of know what it's all about, and there is some benefits of it, and I'll talk about the benefits in a second, but let me talk about some practitioners. I know a couple of different Aikido practitioners. One practitioner, I can't remember this guy's name, but he started doing Krav Maga the same day I started doing Krav Maga in DC. And we trained together for about 6 months. And he stopped doing it or whatever, but he told me it was crazy because this guy, he used to get into fights every weekend. He said, man, I gotta fight damn near every rest. And what you do, security? And apparently, I might even talked about him at another video. Apparently, he had a girlfriend, and the girl used to go mouthing off at people when she got drunk, and he would have to fight and stuff like that. And he was a second dan in Aikido. And he said, man, I get into these fights and I never use any Aikido. I've never used any Aikido before. We just started fighting and I've never used any Aikido. So I started taking Krav Maga because, I need something I can actually use in a fight. And I said, no, what you need is a new girlfriend. But, he was a second dan in Aikido. He took Aikido for years. Never was able to use it in a fight. I know somebody else who is actually, he owns a Krav Maga school, and he's an Aikido. He apparently he went to Japan, and he trained in Aikido and stuff like that. And I don't know how good he is at Aikido, but he has a Krav Maga school. I think it's a second degree in Krav Maga. And I remember because back when I was just getting the Krav Maga, I had went to this gentleman's school, and I remember taking the class. And then after class, I went and got changed up and came out, and all of them, it was in Aikido uniforms. So he was actually teaching Aikido at the Krav Maga school. Now, I don't know how effective he is in Aikido, but I know that he mastered the art of Aikido, and then he took Krav Maga. So that tell you right there. So why, if you're doing a gentle art and then all of a sudden you say, well, I need to find something more aggressive, and you mastered Aikido, then obviously I can see you doing Krav Maga and then going to do Aikido, because you learn how to do the aggressive stuff, and now you want to, learn how to like do some other gentle stuff. But you learn the gentle stuff first, and then you go to do something aggressive like Krav Maga. That told me that I must not be as effective in a real self-defense scenario. It does have its benefits, though. It does have its benefits. I'm gonna tell you one benefit it has. Man, when I took Aikido for about 6 months, and to this day, that's why I know how to do fall breaks and rolls as good as I do. Because in Aikido, that's all you doing is fall breaks and rolls. The reason why is because you got to learn how to do a fall break and a roll in order for them to do the certain Aikido techniques. So for the whole class, it's like down, up, down, up, down. We did that for about an hour, man. Side fall breaks, back fall breaks, front fall breaks, rolls. I tell people, look, I don't know if my students will ever have to use Krav Maga. I hope they never do. In this day and age, you never know. That's why they're learning it. But I tell all my students, I can pretty much guarantee that at some point in their life, they are going to fall and need to do a fall break. I mean, learning how to fall is super important. And a lot of my students have problems with their fall breaks. I mean, I got students that get the big mat, the crash mat, and they go and they do 20 fall breaks every day. And they still won't go do a fall break on the gym floor because, or roll on the gym floor. In Aikido, all you got to do is take Aikido for about 3 months. That's all you do. Take Aikido 3 months, you know how to do fall breaks for the rest of your life, all right? Because they are big on fall breaks. And they do have some pressure points and joint locks and stuff like that. That's pretty cool to learn. May not be able to do them in a real fight, but they're pretty cool to learn, all right? So but it's still the second least effective martial arts system, in my opinion. And I did Aikido, so I kind of know what I'm talking about. All right, the least effective martial arts system that I have seen, the least effective, Sumo Wrestling. Sumo Wrestling. Look, I didn't even know they clarified this as a martial art at one point, but they consider it a martial art. All right, I'm gonna tell you why I say, like I said, this is my opinion, Sumo Wrestling is the least effective. I have been in health and fitness since long as I can remember. Since I was probably, I started working out in weights and stuff. I probably was in like the second or third, fourth. No, I don't think it was that. Probably about the 5th or 6th grade, and I started working out. And it's the core. All right, in order to be a sumo wrestler, you got to be obese to do it. The core of what they do is against everything that I believe in. You got to be unhealthy in order to be a sumo wrestler. All right, now we can talk about, they kind of got more muscle than fat. They fat, okay? In order to do the art, you have to put yourself in an unhealthy state, which to me means it's terrible as it is, okay? But let's go further than that, okay? Sumo wrestling, basically you're big and you using your belly and your hands to try to, push somebody out the ring or push somebody away or stuff like that. You don't punch, you don't kick, this has been proven already, guys. I mean, the first UFC that sumo wrestler came out, and although I don't know if he was a good sumo wrestler, he probably wasn't because the first UFC was rigged. But my point is, every time a UFC, not UFC, but a sumo wrestler gets into a ring, with a MMA fighter or something like that, it's pretty much the curtains for the sumo wrestler. All right, the art itself doesn't make sense. Let's talk about it for a second, right? Tai Chi, right? Let's think about it in terms of martial arts, right? Let's say you're in a country and you know that you are about to be attacked and you got to defend yourself unarmed, right? Or in whatever situation. And you say, all right, I got to learn to defend myself unarmed. So I need to get my mind, body, and spirit right in order for me to stay calm while I'm defending myself. Okay, I get that concept. That's Tai Chi. I get it. It's just that they got to learn how to fight too. But I get the concept. Let's talk about Aikido. Okay, I want to be able to defend myself, right? But I don't want to do a lot of damage to the person that I'm defending myself with. I want to kind of make peace with them. I want to be, de-escalate and also defend myself at the same time. All right, I understand the concept. It's probably not going to be that effective, but I get the concept. But what is the concept of, okay, I'm about to be into a situation, so I'm going to get as big and fat as possible so I can, defend myself against this person. The whole concept doesn't make sense. Now, I don't want to get into the cultural aspects of, I don't want to get into the cultural aspects. Let me plug my phone up. I'm about to go dead here. I don't want to get into the cultural aspects of it. I know it's deep in the Japanese culture, so I'm not trying to offend the cultural aspects. I'm just talking about it as far as a fighting art, okay? Look, other than just looking big and scary and menacing, that I guess that has its pros, but as a fighting art, it's terrible. It's terrible, okay? They can't move as good. They don't punch, they don't kick, they don't elbow, so, I mean, what's the benefit, Now, a sumo wrestler in the Japanese culture, especially the really good ones, are like superstars, So I can see why a young man, in that culture would want to become a sumo wrestler, especially if he goes to see the fights and people want to get their autographs. They're like superstars. But as far as like a fighting art, self-defense system, it's got to be the worst ever. If nothing else, because of the pure unhealthiness of the fighters, okay? So those are my three least effective martial arts systems. Tai Chi, which I am going to do. Y'all going to look up, and I'm going to be doing some Tai Chi stuff. I'm telling you, pretty soon. Look, man, you see me got my elbows and stuff. I'm banged up. I'm about to do some Tai Chi, all right? Aikido, if you want to learn how to do the fall breaks and the rolls, you should go take some Aikido. And sumo wrestling. Don't do no sumo wrestling, all right? Just don't do it, okay? But then again, that's my opinion. So if you got an opinion, put it down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace. I'm out. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I got more.